Mr. Vipin Pabbi, he is a master's degree in English language and literature from Punjab University. Now, without wasting much time, I'll just hand over to Mr. Vipin Pabbi to tell us more about BAJMC online and also about how we are doing in terms of BAJMC, both undergrad and postgrad in Shoolini University.
I'm happy to be here with you to be able to tell you about our journalism program. Tarunji has already given my background just to clarify a couple of things that, yeah, it has been more than 40 years now in journalism. I retired as the resident editor of the Indian Express after about 18 years of being at that post. And after my retirement, I have joined Shoolini University. So it's been, I think, over 6 years that I'm here at Shoolini University, and we have set up a school of journalism and new media. And some of our alumni are doing very well. They are into anchoring, they are into print media, they are also into radio programs. So a lot of activity had been taking place all these years. And the new session is just about to start for this one. And last year, we also started this online program, online in journalism. So, online journalism program is almost similar to what we have offline program. But I will be giving you a little more details about that a little while later. First, I would like to give you an overview of the scene in journalism and new media as to what remains our focus and how do we go about it and how we are different from others. Well, you see, journalism is a profession which is highly considered to be highly noble and with a lot of responsibility. Print media, it was only newspapers which would come out and they would be printed in the evening, and these will be circulated in the morning to various people who would subscribe to these newspapers. While electronic media was basically into television, and that television was would come through channels, through Sky channels or through cables. And this had been continuing for quite some time. Earlier, it was only domination was by print media. Then the electronic media came, which was the visual media, and therefore a lot of attention was given to it. Print media and electronic media are moving towards digital media. For instance, all the major newspapers like Times of India, Hindustan Times, Indian Express, Tribune and everything, they are all moving towards digital. All those who want to join journalism should be joining with a mission that, they will try to do some good for the country and make a name for themselves also. So that is also very important, that you also make a name for yourself. And what media would always require, any type of media, continuing with print media and electronic media, and now the digital media, country will always require good journalists. Because as you know, these days we have a lot of social media platforms. And what happens is that there is a new term called journalism. And a lot of people kind of say we are breaking this news here, or they are giving out certain news, but they are not trained journalists. So what happens is many a time the news turns out to be fake, or it is unverified, or they just hear a rumor and give it. That is where journalism comes in, where there is trained journalists come in. Trained journalists are trained to see that you just can't believe somebody is saying something. You're not a mouthpiece. You're not a postman. So you will need to cross check it and cross check it and cross check it. So you don't give out any news unless you're 100% sure, yes, this has happened. So that is what the job of a trained journalist is, that we should know how to and from where do we cross check news, and how to go about that. So all those training is given in our online programs as well as offline programs as to how do you draft a news instance. For instance, I'll give you a few examples. So how do you draft a news? This is a very, very vital thing. How do you know? I mean, people generally write a story. Okay, no, some accident took place. I was coming from Shimla or some other place, and there was an accident that took place. I got down from the car to check out what it was, and then they found that the three people had died and two have been taken to hospital also. But we don't write a news report like that. You come directly to the point, and that is where we as journalism teachers and you as ensuing journalists, the future journalists, will be trained as to how to write a news, then how to confirm. There might be some people, for instance, lying unconscious. You can't say, I saw four bodies. You can't say that. Or there were four people had died. The way they were unconscious, they had been taken. So you need to cross check. You also need to find out their identities. You also need to find out the causes of what happened, and you need to be very responsible while, because there are several times when there are rumors of all kind of, say, a train accident has happened. So somebody will say, I saw 100 people killed, I saw 200 people killed, which may not be the case, because you have to cross check from, say, the police, say, the hospital authorities, from all others, deputy commissioner and everyone. So one has to cross check all the time, and how to do it, where to do it, how to cultivate your sources, how to find information, authentic information from somewhere. These are the things that are taught as basic journalism, and that is what is required in all kind of media, whether it is print or digital or electronic. So you will need to be trained as a reporter, how to write about what kind of things are written, what things are not really important, and how do you convey to the readers. That is our main concern, as to how we are going to convey the same thing to our readers. So this is the process, and what we do here at Shoolini University is that we try to make it as practical as possible. Unlike other institutions where there is a lot of emphasis given on academics, a lot of emphasis given on academics. For instance, when we did the first radio come up, or there could be something like when was the first color TV came in, it is not relevant. We think these things are not relevant. When did the color TV come to India, or when did the first newspaper print in the UK or in India? We don't pay much emphasis on these aspects. Or what happened to media during pre-independence period. Important, but this is not really what we are aiming at. Our USP is to look at the future, to give practical experience to our students. And that practical experience could be, say, for instance, somebody is interested in anchoring or news reporting for television or for digital media. So we um, are able to give them practical training and tips, and make them learn how to present yourself. What are the things that you need to take care of if you're coming on the screen? What are the few things that, and how do you speak, your diction, your pronunciation, your personality, that should be reflected. So all those things are then taught, and lessons given, and then we prepare kind of bulletins, we prepare short programs based on that. And the idea is to train, basically to train the students as well as to disseminate information. So we do all these things. We train how students should be able to make say, short films, feature films, news films. So how those kind of things are done, what is production, script writing, all those different aspects, about the producer, about the editor, anchor. So all this has to be put in together. And how do we create that magic to bring out a news bulletin, for instance? So these things then we teach them in practical shape, electronic media. And then we have uh, two other professionals. One is RJ Indu Negi. She is from radio. She had worked with Big FM, My FM, and all that. Very good, very well known RJ. She is the one who heads our radio Shoolini, and she trains people to become RJs and how to speak, modulation, and everything. So that is about Indu Negi. Then we have another teacher, Mr. Parth Sharma. Now, Parth Sharma also has an electronic background, electronic TV background, and he has worked in several channels himself, and he's there also to teach different kind of things, including videography, photography, video editing, and so on. There are so many things that needs to be done. So we four are from the professional background. We also have two very senior level teachers from academic background. So we're not neglecting that already altogether. In fact, we are paying also a considerable emphasis on academics also. And so in academics, we have one Dr. Nisha Kapoor. She has about 10 to 11, 12 years of experience. And she has taught in several other universities also earlier. And now she's with us. And she belongs to Himachal. And she specializes in teaching journalism subject related subjects, ethics in journalism, and so on. And then we have Dr. Ranjana Thakur. So she's also a doctor. She's done her PhD, and she also teaches academics part of journalism. So on a balance, we have a very nice team. 60-40, I would say. 60 from the 40 from academics, and so we give you the best of whatever, the best possible training that we can provide. So that is what it is. And I think I've given an overview, whatever it is. I'll be very happy to take any questions from any one of you. If you want any clarifications, I'll be very happy to give that. एंड ऑल्सो वन मोर थिंग दैट आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू कि अगर जैसे हमारा ये BJMC है 3 years का ऑनलाइन, तो उसके बाद देर इज ऑल्सो पॉसिबिलिटी दैट यू कैन कम टू द कैंपस. हमारा MA भी चलता है, MA इन जर्नलिज्म, वो हमारा ऑफलाइन ही है. तो वो भी आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. सो दैट पॉसिबिलिटी इज देयर.
Is the online mode as good as offline mode?
हाँ, अच्छा, ये पूछ रहे हैं. ओके, यस ऑफ कोर्स. क्योंकि उसमें ये है कि जो हमारे जो बेसिक हमारे टीचर्स तो वही हैं. तो हमारे जो टीचर्स हैं वो तो आपको उसी तरह से टीच करेंगे, सो दैट यू कैन, if you are not able to come to the campus, अगर नहीं किसी वजह से आप आ रहे हैं, तो then of course the other choices, if you are working somewhere or you are busy somewhere, then that is a choice. So we try to keep जैसा हमारा ऑफलाइन है वैसे हम कोशिश हमारी पूरी रहती है कि ऑनलाइन भी हो. उस तरह से आपको असाइनमेंट दी जाती है, ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है, उसी तरह से आपको असाइनमेंट्स देकर उसको फिर जज किया जा सकता है और सजेशंस दी जा सकती हैं. So it's best of both the worlds. In case you are not able to come on the campus, then this is the second best option, or second best तो क्या मैं कहूँगा almost equally good, because it's the same teachers जो आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं, वही चीजें जो इसमें पढ़ाएंगे. Inder Rajkor is saying I cannot come because of family responsibilities. तो ये मजबूरी है. तो I mean then that is a good choice, because at least you get trained in the next 3 years. You get trained to get a degree. BJMC की डिग्री एक तो आपको मिल जाती है, which is the basic degree for getting jobs into journalism, BJMC. So which you get. उसके बाद अगर if you want to add, you want to do MA, तो that you can do. You can come to the campus, और या maybe तब तक हम शायद MA भी तब शुरू कर दें online. That is also possible. Very important question: is there any possibility of MA in journalism online? I was just saying about that in the Raj. जो मैं कह रहा था कि most likely we will start it after couple of years. क्योंकि उसके अंदर ये होता है कि होता है कि जब फाइनल ईयर्स के स्टूडेंट्स पास आउट होते हैं, उसके बाद देन यू कैन इंट्रोड्यूस MA. तो इन फ्यूचर डेफिनेट है कि MA भी यहाँ पर शुरू हो गई है, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है. तो हमारा ऑन कैंपस तो है ही MA, यहाँ पर भी हम शॉर्टलिस्ट को शुरू करेंगे. नॉट दिस ईयर परहैप्स, बट यस, बाय द टाइम यू कंप्लीट योर BJMC ऑनलाइन, तब तक तो 100% शुरू हो जाएगी. तो आप इंग्लिश की लैंग्वेज को इंप्रूव करने के लिए यू कीप रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स, स्पेंड एटलीस्ट 2 hours ऑन एवरी डे ऑन रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स. उस 2 घंटे में 1 घंटा आप अपने कमरे में अलग से थोड़ा ऊंचा पढ़ें उसको. वट एवर द न्यूज इज, इंग्लिश पेपर्स में आप उसको ऊंचा पढ़ें, ताकि वॉइस सुने, चाहे कोई और ना सुने, पर आप अपने आप को सुने. और रिकॉर्ड भी करना है तो वो भी कर लें, ताकि आपको पता लगे. उससे 2 चीज होंगी कि आपकी इंग्लिश भी इंप्रूव होगी, आपकी करंट नॉलेज जो है करंट इवेंट्स की वो भी बढ़ जाएगी, और दूसरा ये कि कॉन्फिडेंस जो है वो उसमें गेन होता है. तो ये आप जरूर करें. टू इम्प्रूविंग डे। साथ में उसके साथ में आप कम से कम 1 घंटा या आधा घंटा कोई ना कोई इंग्लिश बुलेटिन जरूर सुने, टीवी बुलेटिन, जैसे इंडिया टुडे है, एनडीटीवी है, टाइम्स नाउ है, मिरर नाउ है। तो वो अगर आप सुनेंगे तो आपको उनकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन उस वर्ड्स की पता लग जाएगी। ये प्रोनाउंसिएशन मैं ये सोच रहा था कि ये है, वो निकली है ना। तो इसलिए वो अगर आप न्यूज़पेपर्स पढ़ेंगे, वही चीज आप टीवी में सुनेंगे, तब आपको पता लगेगा कि ये प्रोनाउंसिएशन है। तो यू शुड ऑलवेज ये दो काम जरूर करें, 2 घंटे इंग्लिश न्यूज़पेपर्स और 1 घंटा टीवी, कोई भी टीवी चैनल जरूर देखें और सुने। Is there
So,
any difference in particularly attending the class? Then OL class will be having any loss if it's not attending practically? ये आप कह रहे हैं कि कोई प्रैक्टिकल लॉसेस होंगे? नहीं, देखो मैंने जैसे बताया कि सेम टीचर्स हैं। तो अगर जो हम असाइनमेंट यहाँ पर इनको देते हैं कैंपस के अंदर, असाइनमेंट देते हैं कि अच्छा आप इस तरह का वीडियो बनाओ, ये आपकी स्क्रिप्ट है, आप इसको रिकॉर्ड करके लाओ, तो वही हम आपको कहेंगे ऑनलाइन में कि आपको कि ऐसा बनाना है। आपको हमने स्क्रिप्ट भेज दी शुरू शुरू में कि आप इसको पढ़कर आ, और इसका वीडियो बनाकर अपने मोबाइल पे वीडियो बनाकर हमें भेजें। फिर हम आपको उसको बताएंगे कि आप में इसमें क्या कर सकते थे, किस चीज़ की इम्प्रूवमेंट हो सकती थी, बैकग्राउंड कैसा था, आपके जेस्चर्स कैसे थे। तो वो चीज़ें हम एग्जैक्टली आपको वही बताएंगे जब हम आपको कहेंगे कि आज शाम तक, आज रात तक आप हमें अपना 2 मिनट का वीडियो बनाएं और उस वीडियो में आप ये बोल रहे हैं। तो वो आप बनाकर हमें भेज देंगे। अगले दिन की क्लास में हम आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे कि ये ठीक था और ये नहीं था, ये आपको इम्प्रूव करना है। इसी तरह से असाइनमेंट्स है वो भी होगा। या प्रिंट के लिए हम आपको कहेंगे कि एक न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट लिखो, वो एक आपको एक कहानी बनाकर बताएंगे हम, ये इस पर आपने एक न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट लिखनी है। तो वो जो न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट है, वो उसको हम कहेंगे कि आप इसको स्टोरी फॉर्म में, इसको न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट फॉर्म में बनाओ, ताकि वो फिर हम उसको आपको बता सकें कि ये आपने क्या चीज नीचे रखी है, इसको ऊपर लाना चाहिए था, क्या चीज ऊपर है या नहीं आनी चाहिए थी, तो वो हो जाए।